Is therapeutic, medicinal, traditional medicines, combining, just some ancient roots, and also understanding of physics and science, to where you can actually, heal your body from any the worst case scenario of damage. So this is my presentation. When you're dealing with water, you have to, I know you have to boil your water even if you want it to be cold water, because you want to get all the impurities. Like heat burns impurities, so this is the fire element that I'm using, which causes the water, the molecules to speed up and cause it to bubble and boil. So I'm allowing it to purify. You're purifying the water. Don't argue with me. So this is something that you must do even if you want to drink cool, chilled water. And also, when you are purifying your water, you want to spin. You want to spin your water in a counterclockwise motion until you feel comfortable. I can turn this down now. Alright, so what we're doing is you can only go forwards and backwards in time. Right? There's no other way of traveling in time but forwards and backwards. So what I'm doing is I'm reversing the age, or reversing the pollutants in the water. Any magic, sorcery, dark occult, anything that is harmful to the vessel and will cause the mind, body, or spirit to decompose in any way. It's not supposed to do that. We're supposed to move forward in time, not backwards. So this is reversing toxins, impurities, pollutants, and you want to get it in a cyclone. You want to spin it to a cyclone. By spinning it in a cyclone, that speeds up the molecules and it causes it to purify faster. It's a faster way to purify your water, and it's fun to do. You're looking at nature in action. Just it's fun to watch. So I'm stirring the water, and see that it's a nice little cyclone, just to get those molecules to spin backwards and neutralize any excess molecules or excess electrons, protons, neutrons, any excess amount. This will take it away. This is add to, this is take from. But right now we're trying to take things from the body, like we're trying to take, and the water is the foundational piece. So you want to make sure that the water is the highest vibratory water possible. So by me stirring it, it actually also increases the vibration of the water, the rate of the speed of the particle or molecule of the actual H2O component. So I got the water boiling. I spent it in a counterclockwise motion. You can spin it till you feel comfortable. It's up to you and how much water you actually have. But what I want to also say is that in my journey of dealing with plasmic entities, like it doesn't have to be this particular brand, but incorporating a lemon in like having lemon in your diet should be a staple as far as keeping you clean, because the body is not supposed to carry mucus. Mucus causes the body. Now, when I say that, I'm saying that mucus is toxic to the body. It's harder for the electricity to reach the organ because it has to penetrate through a film of mucus. Mucus is not supposed to be in the body in any way. Sexual secretions and mucus are not the same thing. Okay, so I'm adding garlic powder. You can go powder because that'll go to the bloodstream faster. It doesn't have to be any particular brand. You can use just basic garlic powder, and the smell, the aromatherapy in it alone can cause the cell to dispose of waste in it. So using a garlic powder, is something that you want to have. These because I said magic is incorporated in. Okay. Do I want to go backwards or forwards in time? I want to go forward with this. But I'm just testing out my theory right now. But I'm putting my theory to work. That's the only way you're gonna make your vision a goal is by actually, like, putting out the effort to, make that shit happen. And you have what you need in you to make it happen. So I set the I added in the lemon, and I added in the garlic, and I added in the lemon and the garlic. And with the lemon and the garlic, I want to let it seep. I'm going to turn the fire back on, get the heat on it, to make sure that it's, the highest quality of drinking water that you can ingest. You don't have to like spend thousands of dollars on bottled water when you can actually learn the science of how to properly tend to your water from a scientific perspective, I'll say. Because I try to like make it mundane so that it can be implemented and understood in a way that can create a standard of living, in incorporating some of these ancient ideas back into our system or our society, because that's what keeps humanity. And so garlic has been around for a very long time. It has a proven track record for eliminating darkness. It is a very powerful medicinal herb, and it is effective in dealing with excess plasmic energy buildup that's in your field, mucus, etc., yeast, warts, anything, dealing, if it deals with warts, it could possibly deal with scarring, scarring in the body, breaking down the amino acid calcification in the actual particle or part of the amino buildup. So this is what I have so far. This is just something that you can implement. I stress the importance of garlic, why you should have it incorporated as a staple in your diet. And right now I'm doing it in a powdered form, but it will probably be best if you had the actual raw garlic. And you can put it you can put it in a smoothie or something like that and just sneak it in there. But you want to at least have two. I would say if you're dealing with attacks, astral attacks and invasions, you'll probably need a stronger dose because you're dealing with more plasma. You have more plasma in your field. So the garlic powder actually caused it to overflow, but it got rid of the impurities. It kept in what it needed, and got rid of what it did not need. That's the excess. It's actually, it absorbed the garlic into it and then spit out, at least this is my interpretation of it. It got rid of the excess waste. So that's one protocol, that you can include that's very foundational and very, very powerful. You want a strong foundation. So you want to make sure that you have plenty of garlic, fresh garlic, and various types of you can experiment with different types if you find one has a higher potency or is more ethically created. You can always incorporate that into your routine as well. But the main thing you want to make sure that you have, that I know for experience, from experience, that what actually begins to break down the plasma and the mucus and the candida and the parasites is having a diet of some type of lemon juice or organic lemons. You don't have to go organic. You can get a lemon, because the shape of the lemon holds a certain vibration and frequency. So having garlic and lemon and I'm going to say garlic and lemon. We're going to just begin with those two and then build our way up to other concepts. But we'll start off with these two. These have a spiritual significance, a magical significance, and a medicinal significance that is effective in ridding you of the plasmic and mucus. So that's what we want to begin to cleanse and purify that aspect. Also, bathing in it would be effective too. Yeah, you will stink like a motherfucker, but you will smell, but it's only temporarily. It's not going to be a permanent smell. But right now, your health and getting your body, in alignment with its original blueprint or its original design, through the programming and all the, the blasphemous information that's been given to us for like 40 years, undoing that process through understanding, the mechanics of the vehicle, from, the actual thought processes down to the type of diet that you include in your routine. But I just want to say it again. I'm going to get off. Very important staple to have in your arsenal, in your repertoire. This garlic and lemon, very potent medicinals. And like I said, you can get the raw garlic. You can put it in a smoothie, or you can eat it whole. Some people can eat it whole, but it is a strong acid, so it will burn. It will burn. So you don't want to damage the stomach. You want to slowly introduce the garlic into the system, but also keeping the body full of it, because you're getting rid of parasites, worms. So many things are being destroyed with this garlic. So that's you can do your own research on it, and study it. But I'm guaranteeing that garlic, through experience, I'm probably one of the worst case situations there is as far as dealing with entities and interference. I mean, some may have it worse than I do, but I'm at least I'm coherent in this experience. So this is what I have. Begin investing in these things. Be very loving and patient with yourself as you're going through this purification process. And that's it. Thank you.